Hey everyone, happy Sunday. That's it, we're on Sunday. And welcome to the Hedgehog Hollow channel. So I have a couple of exciting things to share with you today. First of all, happy Pi Day. It's 3/14, so it's 3.14. Really fun day. And we have some exclusive to share with you, some cool geeky chic stuff. And also, there's a couple of other things going on this week. So I'm going to share all that info with you today. I'm going to give a couple of seconds for people to start hopping in. I see the number going up. So welcome. If you're watching it afterwards, you might want to just skip forward about 30, 45 seconds. I told Greg that was going to happen. Didn't listen to me. Anyway, so I hope you're all having a great Sunday. Trust me, the other ones in the background are also going to fall during this video. I just know it because the sticky he used wasn't sticky enough. But that's a whole nother story. It's been a fun day because we have been planning out the craft room. We're going to make some changes to it. So everything you see here will kind of remain the same. We're going to do something with these white cabinets. I have these up because it's Creativation Plus this week. We have Maker Forte has a booth over there. The Hedgehog Hollow will be going around meeting some fun new vendors and things. And it's co-hosted with NAMTA, which is the Fine Arts Fair too. So really exciting to be doing that. Hey, Nasa, hope you're doing well. So we'll be doing that as well this week. Creativation Plus will be going on. So I'm really excited to do that. But so I've been doing the craft room. So it's much, much tidier. I've toted up so much stuff, probably about 6 to 10 totes. Greg's like, you'll never fill all of these. Well, all but 2 so far filled. And I'm only, I would say 2/3 of the way through. I've done all the surfaces. I've done all my cubbies. I still have all my drawers and cupboards and that kind of stuff to do. And then here, it goes into a window, which you can't quite see. It's behind the camera. And then where the camera is, there's a surface and a tool window. So I want to do something with that space. And then the space that's further down, there's a set of stairs and stuff down there. I want to, further down there, eventually I want to add a craft box, like a dream box, and do some stuff over there. So that's my plan anyway. So welcome. I hope you're having a fab Sunday. I had to say, I've been cleaning the craft room, organizing, purging, all sorts of stuff. I'm getting rid of all my excess crickets. I'm just going to keep my Cricut Maker and my Cricut Joy. All my other stuff's going. I'm getting rid of my Silhouette 4. Hey everyone, welcome. Here you are all popping in. So I have to admit, so I went out. What day did the mug press come up? Thursday, the Cricut mug press. I went out, I bought one. I was really excited. I thought Friday we're going to go live. And then Cricut made their announcement about all their changes. Now, some good, some bad. I'm not going to comment on them because I know people are going to ask me. I'm not going, I have my opinions about them. I understand why Cricut did them. There's some really good videos that people have done talking about it. But if you have an issue with the Cricut changes, please email Cricut. We've had emails already about it. So Bethany has given you the Cricut email address. Just go and email. I think it's just support@cricut.com and let them know if you're unhappy about it. But I was really excited about my mug press. But we kind of decided that maybe it wasn't the best weekend to go live with it. So if you want to know more about the Cricut mug press, I will be doing probably sometime this week. It kind of depends on Creativation Plus. We don't really know how busy it's going to be, if we're going to be jam-packed. If we have a little bit of a lull, then I'll definitely get my mug press out and start trying it, and we'll go live as well. So lots of you joining us. Look at you all organized. You look so ready. Thank you. I have no makeup on. Emily and Scotty are coming over, and we're going to Blaze to get Pi Day pizzas. They have $3.14 pizzas for Pi Day. So that's our plan. And this skirt I love. I wish I could, I don't know where my steps are, but the bottom of my skirt is Hello Kitty. It's really, really cute. It has the love hearts on it. It's got Hello Kitty. It's really, really sweet as well. So anyway, welcome everyone. Happy Pi Day. It also happens to be that tomorrow, which is the 15th, is Maker Forte's half birthday. We launched it on the 15th of September. So, of course, the 15th of March will be our half birthday. So it happens to fall the day after Pi Day. So we have some fun things for you. And I thought that we could craft and do some fun stuff along the way. So with that being said, you may have already seen it on the website, but we have 3 perfect symmetry, mathematically perfect stencils that we're launching. It's just an exclusive mini for Pi Day. We haven't even sent the email out yet. So you are seeing it here on YouTube first. And also we have an exclusive Geeky Chic mini simple sayings, which I love. Bethany designed them. I sent her some inspiration, and I think she's done an amazing job. We made a couple of changes to the one that I printed out. I didn't make it to the printers in time on Friday. They were shut by the time I got there. So all I have is the one that I printed off on my printer, which is a slightly older version. But you'll get to see, if you go on the website, then you'll find out. You can see them all in there as well. So hello. Hello. Happy Pi Day. Yes, beware the Ides of March. Isn't that the 8th? Was that the 8th or the 12th? I can't remember. Hey, everyone. So let me share with you the exclusive Pi Day stencils, and then let's craft with stencils. You know I love crafting with stencils, so I'm excited to share with you some different things you can do. So the first one that we have is our Seed of Life. So this is Seed of Life. And we also got our new laser cutter. I'll be going live at some point as well in the garage to show you Greg's new toy. And it does, you can all let me know what you think. It has the option that we can engrave our stencils. It's kind of harder to see on here, but we can engrave them with Make a Forte and the name of the stencil. It does take a little bit longer to do, and it's a bit more of an time-intensive process. But if that's something that sounds good, you can let me know, and we can definitely see if we can keep going with it. These were test ones I did. We also have, I don't know if I can say this right, Sri Yantra. It's also sacred geometry. So you get, of course, this circle, your piece here, and then you get this insert. Isn't this, I think this is one of the prettiest stencils ever. I love it. I'm going to be using this in a second. I had a happy accident card kind of come about, and so we'll be doing that one. And then this is the other one. This is the Flower of Life. Again, I just love it. I think it's so, so cool on there. Kind of has a trippy 3D feeling to it. And this is a card Emily made with it, which I adore. She did this with kaleidoscope powders. We are waiting to get our Geeky Chic simple sayings. You can see, so you've got Inspire, Happy Birthday, you leveled up, Life's a Game, level up. If your life just got a little bit harder, that probably means you just leveled up. -1, age is just an imaginary number. I think she changed this to age is an irrational number. And then love is like pi, real, irrational, and never ending. Engineer. I love you like George R.R. Martin loves the killing off characters. Stay at home and wear a mask. I would simply walk to Mordor for you. You matter unless you multiply yourself by the speed of light squared, then you energy. Live long and prosper. Thanks a million. Forget average. Be an outlier. Aren't they fun? I think she did an amazing, amazing job on there. Really, really fun as well. So they are now in the store. And the other fun part is they're all for Pi Day and our half birthday. They're half off. So you can get these stencils for 50% off. And you can get this one at 50% off. The simple sayings are 50% off. And this one is also 50% off, the Seed of Life. So all of those. Here's some other samples I made. So with this one here, which is the Seed of Life one, I did this. So I used the same stencil 3 times to create this. But look how much like details and layering, and it's a 1-layer card. There's nothing on it, but I did it. So I took the stencil, I put it down, and then I did yellow. And then I took it. I have a second one here so I can show you. I took it and I moved it so that my pieces were like this. And then I did the green. So lifted it up. And then I took it and I moved it again back to here. And then I did the gold heat embossing. And you get this. Isn't that so cool? I love how that looks. You could do it with kaleidoscope powders too. You could do the petals differently. And it's funny because when I saw it, I saw spirograph, which is why I kind of went with this whole vibe here. But when Emily saw it, she saw flowers. So she did this one and she cut out this layer and made, a 3D flower. And you could also cut out this layer and make these really cool backgrounds as well. So you could do all those things with the same stencil. And then with this one, which is the first one we're going to craft with, because I'm just in love. I think this is my new favorite stencil. I made this one. So it's really kind of light and pastel-y and very delicate. And I use my gems on it. These are the ones coming out next month. But I just love how these came out. Aren't they so pretty? So, so pretty. So, but this again was so easy. It's just 3 colors of ink blended into the stencil. I made sure I had my extra piece on like this. And then I just added gems and a little simple saying and boom, we were done. So let's do some crafting, because that's of course why we all come here. Now the first thing I want to do is grab out just a piece of my regular white cardstock. I'm going to use the new Sri Yantra, which I'm never going to be able to pronounce, I feel like. I'm going to put this down. I'm actually going to do this differently. I'm going to do it down here like this. We're going to take a blending brush. I'm going to use Tim's Crackling Campfire just because I use this one, as I say, kind of by accident, but I love how it came out. So I'm going to load up, but I don't want too much on here. So I'm just going to do a slight dab into the lid. And this is like, if you watch my channel, you know this is not a color I typically would choose, but I just kind of love it. And what I'm doing is I'm blending so that my color starts to run out as you get up to these top regions, so that it's stronger around here. And then top tip, if I can find it. When you want to put your finger on stuff you've already inked, grab yourself some purple tape. My laptop's frozen. Hopefully it hasn't frozen for you guys. Grab yourself some purple tape, put it on your fingers, and then hold your stencil. And then you won't get fingerprints in it. Because we've all been there that we've stenciled something beautiful and then put our fingers on it and totally ruined it. You can see, like, I just love how that comes out. It's so, so easy as well. Like, how long did that take me? A minute, maybe? A bit extra because I got some purple tape out. Oh, wow, Heidi. She said, I'm all tucked up in bed watching you. It's 7 a.m. here. Wow, wow, wow. So I've been busy cutting stencils all weekend so we can get caught up on orders. So you all be getting shipping notifications in the morning as soon as Emily ships the packages with me. And cleaning the craft room. And getting ready for creativation. So I'm cutting this down to 5 inches by 3 3/4. Let me know if it's frozen up for you, because it's frozen on my laptop, but I had to switch to a different laptop because my other MacBook crashed on me last night and it has no wireless. I can cable my internet. Oh, I haven't finished all that. I have another wireless, but I can't. So I need this. I need this. I want some. Okay, so who else spritzes what's in their sprayer and then Carmen said it froze for her, but most people seem to be okay. All right, we're going to just keep going. For those of you, if you want to check out the 50% Pi Day sale, you can check it out there. Okay, I'm going to put this on silent for a second. So we're going to go 4 1/4 where that lovely little star is. That's one thing I love about this. And we just got more of these. There's so many people at holidays. Got it. Okay. What color do we think in between? It's something. What about, I don't know if green would go. What do we all think? Colors? Black? I'm going to grab a couple and we can decide. Let's try some of these. I think it's going to be my old friend Black. Don't you think? I think Black. Hey, Raylene. So you want to trim your next layer down as well. And we're going to trim it to 4 inches. And 5 1/4. That one's already been trimmed too small. And the one thing I want to do to this is I want to take my Mr. Perfect PhD. You're going to need a piece of kitchen towel and kind of find where you want to be with your spritzer. That's the really nice thing about this is you can control little spritzes, big spritzes. Kind of want to make it look like a little Moroccan tile. So I'm just letting it soak in a little bit, and then I'm going to, hey Lola, lift up like this. So I think you can about see it. There you go. But you can see all these little like pretty watermarks in there. I wanted it to look like a little Moroccan tile that's got all wet as it's going through, and I think it looks awesome. I just love it. So there's that, and then we can get this one mounted up. I'm going to use some double-sided tape. What's my ruler? There it is. Of course it just ran out. Of course it did. I don't have any refills in my cart, so I do have in here is some Nuvo drops. Did you know Nuvo drops work really well as glue if you're in a pinch like right now where you run out of adhesive? Hi Lola, happy Pi Day. So we have a new mini collection of sacred geometry stencils. This is one of them. And here's another card I made with it, which I wish it would come out the colors it's right. Greg's really got to work on his colors. This is another version. This is with the Sri Yantra. We also have this one that Emily made. We're going to make something else with this in a minute. Here's the version of it. And of course you get the outline so you can do fun stuff with it. And then there's this one. This is called the flower of seed of life. And I was saying it's funny because Emily saw it as flowers and she cut out this and made a pretty flower. And I saw it as a spirograph. And so I layered it up 3 colors to give this effect. So isn't that fun? So that was that. And then also there's a Pi Day Simple Sayings. You get obviously a second sheet and they're on cardstock. This is just the one I printed out. And because it's our half birthday tomorrow for Maker Forte, this whole collection is 50% off for the weekend. So it's 50% off just for the weekend as well. So lots and lots of fun stuff going on there. Thanks, Heidi. So anyway, so there's this card. I'm going to wait because I want to put a Pi Day saying on it. Oh, unless, you know what might look cute on here. kind of a bit early to do fall, but I love the fall sayings. Oh, what about thankful on here? Sending my love. Sending my love looks good, doesn't it? We just restocked these too, so. Sending my love. And I'm going to use a little bit of a foam square. Okay, we need some more glue in there. See, I was telling everyone, Lola, I've been cleaning up the craft room. So, of course, I can find absolutely nothing. And my tape runner ran out. Literally on the first card. Maybe there's one in Emily's cart I can go and steal. In a second, I'm going to hold this down so it sticks in place. I was hoping I might discover a glue pen. Oh, some Gina K Connect. That will do perfectly for this project. And then I'm going to add this on. Ugh, should use my tweezers. Put this on the edge like this. This. There you go. Really quick and simple card. And love how this came out. Love the effect of this stencil. And I say, so that looks really manly and quite bold. It'd be a great Father's Day card. You could do it as a Moroccan tile. I think it looked great in like a bright blue. They're my boards that keep falling down. I told Greg. I knew it. But you can also do it in really, really feminine colors. And for this one, I basically took one of these lines and lined that up against the edge of my card so that I got that effect. So that's just another way to do it as well. So again, really easy. Now let's do this one, shall we? Let's do this one. Now, do you want me to do it with powders? Do you want me to show you an easy low line coloring hack with stencils? What should we do with it? What do you think? We could do ink blending. We could do kaleidoscope powders. You can all choose. Lola says, of course, kaleidoscope powders. I have a piece of black unless someone else has a powders. Okay, let's do powders. So I am going to use the mask piece of this as well. I'm going to line up the center of this flower with the edge of my cardstock. And I'm going to use a little mask that comes with it. We need some tape. Okay, that's a lot of tape, Alex. So I'm going to take a piece of tape. I'm going to put this along the edge. I've caught that, so let's just, I'm a little bit OCD about these things. So I'm just making sure I've caught the edge because you kind of get a little bit aggressive with your inking pad and you don't want to budge anywhere. So really, really easy to do that. Then we want to grab our clear ink pad. Where's our clear? Okay, I might just be getting Emily's cart out and being done with this because my cart has been the capture area. Where's Emily's cart? Sorry, Emily, if you're watching. I'm about to disassemble your cart instead. See, Emily's cart's got everything in it. First thing I pick up is the clear that we need. So I'm just taking my pad. This is my clear. And maybe I should have pixie sprayed this, but it's a bit late now. Who saw my Facebook post with Greg's new toy in it? Everyone see that? Will white be one of your new ink pads? If I can get white right, Sandy, yes, it will. But white is really hard because I don't want a white that you put down and it just disintegrates into your cardstock. And that is really hard to do. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Colors, colors, colors. So we can take off our stencil. We hope we didn't miss anything. I think I want to do some interference. So let's do some asteroid, alien, kind of like Neptune, Mercury, Neptune. I really love Aurora. Okay, I need to stop. There's too many colors there. All right, so let's see. Kind of thinking on the fly here. So you're going to take this with one of your brushes. This one is Neptune. I think I'm going to go this way, which is not the way I'd normally go. So I'm going kind of in a circle. I'm totally freehanding this. Alicia said, what would I do for that bin of powders? Now I'm going to take some asteroid. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to take some snow flurries. And I'm following that same curve. Then I'm going to take, what did I say this was? Asteroid? Yeah, asteroid. I always forget about asteroid. It's such a pretty color too. It comes out gold, although it looks white. Now I'm going to take some alien, which I think is this one because it's my lowest because I use it all the time. How much time do you have to work? A good few hours, Natalie. Good few hours. Now I'm taking some alien, which also has some asteroid left in it because it's coming out pretty gold, but it's okay. And maybe I need to clean this off a smidge. Then I'm going to finish it off with some Mercury. I love this because it comes out like pinky bronze. And I'm just trying to keep that curve in it a little bit too. Now, before you wipe everything off, you want to take your brush, and we'll start with the one that we are currently on. And you want to dib dab. And then I'm just rubbing it on a piece of dry kitchen towel to the side because I don't have much room. So I'm kind of doing the whole thing here. And that will just blend your colors together. Then we'll put these away. Just come out. And then you want your big rainbow powder polish brush, and you want to clean up. And this is why I don't normally do it in front of me, because it makes a bit of a mess, the cleanup. But look at that. With all those colors in it. Isn't that awesome? Let's put that over there. Now, here's a tip. When you go to clean up your work surface, most people would take their Totally Awesome. I'm going to suggest on this occasion not. Do not take water. It will activate this pigment and you will just end up with kaleidoscope powder for the rest of your life. And you'll probably swear my name a few times before it ever goes anywhere. Now, so to actually, I'm going to take a Mr. Perfect that's filled with isopropyl alcohol. And a piece of kitchen towel or a scrap rag. Any of those are fine. Doesn't really matter what it is. It could be a Totally Awesome cloth you soaked in alcohol. I don't recommend it, but you could. And you're going to clean up. Now, the reason I'm using alcohol is it has the moisture that will pick up those pigments for you, but it will not activate the pigment. So therefore, it picks it all up, but it doesn't create you a huge mess that you then have to deal with afterwards. So there's my tip. Leave, use the alcohol, and now you have a clean surface, but don't have a mess everywhere. Okay, now we need to just give it a final dust. And we need to just set this. So you can use a spray fixative or an aerosol hairspray. A couple of spritzes, let it dry for a second. While that's drying, let's choose a color of cardstock. I'm actually thinking, no, I know exactly what it needs to be. Let me grab some. Scrunchy. It's just, I don't know. It was just screaming scrunchy to me. So I think that's what we're going to use. Now, hopefully my new desk, I don't have to get up every time I want cardstock because it will just be right there. Wouldn't that be amazing? So this one's going to be 4 inches by 5 1/4. We're going to get our score buddy and our bone folder. And this here. I'm going to use some glue, or we're going to steal Emily's glue because hers is good to go probably because she puts the cap on hers like a good crafter. I'm not a fan of this glue, it's too runny, but oh, Alicia, I hope you're okay. I will do a tour coming once I'm done organizing. I just have to be done organizing. So the thing I love about this stencil is you can do, it will fit on a slimline to do some really cool stuff with it. Which maybe that's what we'll do on the next one. I'll show you how to do that. And then you can add your saying, because you can have a card that goes this way and it looks great, or your card could go this way and it would look great. And then once I've got my Pi Day sayings, I can add a Pi Day saying on. But isn't that cool? I love how this comes out. So this is also the same stencil. And Emily just added some fun gems. You could add a gem in every center of the flower. That would be really cool. Should I show you an easy way to do that? Let me... Oh my goodness. I literally had them in my hand as I picked up the kaleidoscope powders. Maybe I won't be adding gems. If I use next month's gems, is anyone going to tell? Oh, I know what I've got here. All right, so Tilly tripped over with my box of gems. So now I have a tray of gems, all mixed up. So we're going to need our picker and poker magic wand. And we're going to need our tweezers. We're also going to need micro brushes. And then no one's allowed to tell that I'm trying out something new. So we need one of those too. Nope. Okay. Here's my glue. So the first thing I like to do is take my tweezers and work out what I want on here. So I think where there's green. So if anyone has a 5-year-old, don't give them a tray of gems and say, be really careful when you carry these, because you'll still end up like this. Then we're going to take these in here. So I like these tweezers because you can see that you can really easily pick up the gems and position them exactly where you want them. And then this is cute pink ones. Used a lot of these the other day. Kind of feeling a bit sassy with the hearts. Or maybe this shape of heart would be better. Oh, I'm stuck. No, sticky. If your tweezers get sticky, just give them a wipe with some alcohol. And then I think I'm going to do... It's too much. Maybe just like a blue. How's that? Really, really easy, like so. Hey, Polly. So what I'm going to do is take my Piggy Pokey tool. I never actually keep the caps on. And then just pick, dot, done. So I'm just dipping this in my glue. And you can use this over and over. You don't need a new one every time you use gems. Now over time, right, a couple of things. Don't press too hard with this because it's wax. Like a crayon, it will just disintegrate. You only need a little bit of touch and it will stick. And if it, as you keep going like this, of course, it's going to go blunt. You can sharpen it in a pencil sharpener. The best ones are actually the ones you get with your eyeliners. If you have a leftover one of those, keep it in the craft room. They're the best pencil sharpeners. So I just work my way along. I either do rows or circles, like whatever makes sense for the project. And it just lays down enough glue, and the tip is just the right size that you can stick a gem to it. Okay. I just stuck everything. Oh, I wanted 2 more there. Let's pick out 2 quick gems. I'm going to do the blues again. Eventually, I'll just use this tray up and then not have to worry anymore. So let's add these on. Come on. Yeah. Here we go. Look at those. I think that just adds all of that extra things on there as well. Absolutely love it. Heidi says it reminds me of one of those domes you see in the space movies. You know, a lot of them where they like grow the plants and they're so pretty. Thank you. So lots of love, Alicia. I'm trying to keep up with your comments too. So that's another way you can use it. Now you could also let's grab this. Oh, something else I wanted to share with you. So if you have a slimline piece, it's a slimline base. I'm going to do this one in a second. So I'm just not really cool with it. Now, if you have lots of A2 stencils, you can still use them on your slimlines. So I'm just going to take this one here. I'm going to pick this, and I'm going to pick, what's Emily got? Purple Rain, I think. I'm feeling purpley. I don't have a red skirt on, but I'm feeling purpley. So you can grab some ink. And this is why I normally over tape or pixie spray, because then I don't have to worry about doing this. It's okay. Happens to us all. Let's line it back up. And I'm going to use my brush going outwards so it kind of does a fade out. See, I'm going that way. Fades out like this. Then I'm going to take the same, and that piece of tape has a line in it. So I'm going to line exactly the same up at this side. And this gives me just a little bit to cut off, so that's okay too. Same deal. Fill this in too. And then I'm going to take my brush and fill in. And again, I'm brushing in this direction so I get this pretty fade out. And then you've got the perfect space in here, so you can mount this up on some Coronation Purple. And then you can add your sentiment in the middle with your simple sayings. This one, Sandy, is March. This is one of your first ones. So it'll be coming out to you very, very soon. So you can see on there too. Isn't that fun? What kind of blending brush am I using? This is just an Amazon toothbrush. I think they call them oval toothbrush foundation brushes. I did a video on lots of them a long way ago. Long, long way ago. Alicia, are we allowed to send you cards in hospital? If you'll email us your address, I'll send you one of the cards we make today too. One of our Pi Day cards and happy half birthday cards. So that's that. And then, where's my tote for my trash ones? So you could add your sentiment in the middle, and that's how to take an A2 stencil and turn it into something really fun. So you've got the perfect area in there so that you can now add your sentiment. So there's another way to use the same stencil. Next, I wanted to share with you one last idea. So this is a really fun hack if you've never tried this. You can do it with Copics, you can do it with colored pencils, you can do it with everything. Take your stencil, OCD stick it down because that's what Alex does. And I don't know. Anyone who was at holidays, anyone know where I put my gamsol when we were done? Anyone have any ideas? Or one they can just, pass through YouTube. That would be great. Oh, this silly thing on my laptop. So I'm going to put this down. I'm going to grab out my Posca pencils, which are down the bottom here. Ah, that's my gamsol. Thanks. Whoever said it was in my car. Thanks. Okay. We're going to need another micro brush. What size do I cut the slimline to before attaching it to a cut? So when I do my slimlines, I do 2 layers. So I will cut it, this piece, I will cut to 3.5. Hang on. Well, it depends which way you do your slimlines, because some people do 4.25 by, no, 4.25 by 8, and some people do 8.5 by 4. So whatever you want your finished size to be, this layer is 1/2 inch shorter than your card base and 1/2 inch less deep width, whatever you want to call it. 1/2 inch both ways. So cut off 1/2 inch and then cut off 1/4 inch from your matting layer. Wait, there's a download coming. I have been designing it, but creativation just gets in the way of everything. So here's the pencils. These are my new favorites. Look at these. They come in these trays. I was trying to find pencils for Maker Forte, and I love my Prismas, but they just, I don't know, they're way too soft. They break all the time, in my opinion. Just my 2 cents. I know people disagree with me. The same people, we're going to have things about the mug press when I get to it tomorrow. But anyway, I like these. They have a bright, a pastel layer, and a sort of more earthy layer to them. There's a really nice spectrum of colors, and they're gorgeous to color with. But I wanted to share with you. Let me just check how many segments we've got here. Okay, so I need to label this a little bit. I'm going to use a sharp because I'm lucky that this is mine. Okay, so I just labeled it with the alphabet, the Roy G. Biv, except I forgot the I of it as well. So I'm going to start off with some reds. I'm actually going to start off with some pink. I think I want to start with, I like this. So we're going to start in here. And I'm basically going to color half of it with the pink. And I'm going to do the same here. Kind of an imaginary line. Oops. And you can see I'm laying down a fair amount of color on here because I really want to get a pretty blend. Now I want to go to a more red, I think. So now I'm going to put my red on this half. And you'll say you can do no line coloring like this with Copics, or alcohol markers. We can do that in another video. But I really love this technique. So don't think with stencils you're limited to inks and mediums. Think about the pens you've got and embellishments and powders and all sorts of different things. This one's going to take me a hot second to do, but so worth it. Now we're going to go for a more ready red. Okay, you might not want to watch me color all of this, I don't know. I'll do a couple just so you can see how the effect works. Again, just coloring out, and I'm putting a lot of pressure on this, and I have not touched wood because now it's going to happen to me. Since I've had these pencils, I've not had one lead break on me, which is kind of life-changing compared to some of the pencils out there. I'm excited for these transitions. Now you could do this same technique with ink too, if you don't have pencils. And let's go this way a little bit too. We've got pink here, so we're going to want violet up here. So you can see I'm not like doing a perfect line because it doesn't really matter when we get into it all. It's really not going to matter. You could do this with shades of grey. All sorts of things. Can you put the names under the video when you're done so I can check them out? Yes, I can, Heidi. They're also in the store. Just give me a second. I'm going to paste a link to our Geek Chic 50% off collection as well. Here's the link to the pencils. There you go. Yeah, we had a conversation. I don't know if you're, for those of you who are at holidays, you'll recall, but we talked about the pencils I wanted to add to the store. And the pencils I actually wanted to add are no longer basically made. So I had to go back to the drawing board and find us something equally good or better with a good rainbow, so you don't have to buy 300 of them. And this is nice because in this set, you basically have every color you could ever need. So I now have more colored pencils than I ever know what to do with in my life. I'm gonna go with this. I didn't actually need to put that one there, but it's okay. And this is a bit plummy, but it's fine. It might look slightly out of place, but it's okay. It's kind of readier than I expected it to be. Never mind. And then we're going to go more into the blues. Orange. Orange. I don't know. Are you all bored of watching me color yet? I can just show you the magic. I don't have to finish it if you don't want me to. Okay. I love this orange. I don't think they have names. We should name the colors. And then We can start moving into our yellows. I'm going for a bright yellow. Oh, look at that. It's like Yellowstone yellow. Wow, we call Yellowstone. So the Maker Forte palette, your brights, like your primary colors like this, they are your American primaries. Yes, pun intended. And then you have your Rich Regals. So they're going to be all British. I can't remember exactly what the collection's called, but it might be called Across the Pond. So they're going to be your British. Your pastels are all ice cream flavors. Your neutrals, or called Cloudy with a Chance of, or I mean, no, it's just With a Chance of. And then your skin tones are all called Take a Sip. So they're all different flavors. And then your neons are called Turn Back Time, and they all have fun retro names. And then your metallics are all galaxy themed. They're called Out of This World. I have a lot of greens in this set, so we're going to take advantage of that because we're kind of, I skipped some colors out thinking I wasn't going to have enough room, and then now I'm like, oopsies. So I'm going to go through lots of shades of blue and green to catch up with ourselves because I shouldn't have skipped so many of the other ones out. So yeah, Lola says it looks so smooth when you cut. These lay down a really nice amount of color. So you really do get a smooth. And I'm going to make it super smooth in a minute when you see my plan. As I say, you can do this with any coloring medium. Now, if this was a pre-recorded video, we'd skip through this. And I'm not doing a particularly great job of coloring because I'm trying to do it fast. So you can see it's really easy. And there's skin tones in here. There's everything. And we'll go through the blues. Oh, look at this cornflower. This is like blue raspberry. Maybe blue moon. I don't know. One of our kind of ice creamy fun flavors. Oh, I didn't do the other side. Apparently, I totally forgot that that one wasn't supposed to be that color, but never mind. It's fine. I make mistakes all the time when I'm crafting. No one, other than you and I, no one, whoever gets this card, they will never notice. Then I go into a light blue. Posca. Yeah, so they're the same people who make the paint pen that everyone loves. So they're a nice brand. And I didn't know they made colored pencils till I started really researching. I know a lot more about colored pencils than I probably ever need to know. I'm going to add some of this blue in. I'm kind of getting short on colors, so I'm going to start cheating a little bit. Adding some of this up here. Nice thing about Stencil, can't go outside the lines. Or the lions, as Tilly says. Mummy, I'm colouring within the lions. I also taught Tilly to hopscotch this morning. It's the cutest thing ever. Just have to put that out there. Totally going rogue with my colour choices now. Dark. Really dark. What I need is like a really, actually it's one colour. Kind of know like deep, deep, deep purple. I need like a coronation purple. But you know what you can do? Is you can mix these, which is really fun to do. So I'm going to layer a light coat of this on top, which you'll see will all mix together in a minute. And then we're going to kind of pull that quits. So now I'm going to take my Gamsol. Hey, Amy. I'm just going to dip my micro brush in. And I'm going to start blending. And what it does is it basically melts the pigments. And I know there's people are going to say this is not how you're supposed to do it and you're supposed to use paper stamps. I'm going to share a secret with you. I hate paper stamps. Like, I hate them with an absolute passion. Like, biggest passion ever. And the reason is they just never really work for me. So I'm just taking my stamp, my makeshift stamp, and I'm swirling up a little bit. And you see how smooth this color now looks. So when I go here, all those little bits where I missed, and dip our Gamsol back in. So my blues, I'm going to do all of those. Then I'm going to clean off my little brush. And I like this also because it really allows you to get those nitty-gritty details in there. And we do have a really fun Gamsol kit in the store. You do get a couple of paper stamps, you can play with them, and there's some instructions, but you can also get the micro brushes too. How cool that is. So do you see how seamless it now starts to go when you add the Gamsol? I'm a Floridian, Polly, but I know you know that. We're going to need lots of Floridians here because I think the only way to get rid of all this stuff I cleared out this weekend is to have a crafty yard sale. Literally, it's too much. So I'm just merging these colors together. I like to be kind of quite liberal with my Gamsol. If you're using a 110-pound Maker Forte white cardstock, you can be liberal with the Gamsol. It's not going to disintegrate on you. You're not going to have any issues. So I'm just kind of really mixing these colors together. You see I kind of created my own magenta that we didn't have. Look at that. So now I'm going into this one. And anywhere I missed, I can also use the Gamsol to fill it in. So there's a little bit up here I missed. But as I melt the pigment, I can just push it into the right place. Now, Gamsol is really meant to give you like this amazing shading and stuff, but it's really cool for making your color pencils look almost painted and giving you these fun things. Just kind of having fun with it. Do I sell Gamsol? Yes, we do, Jeanette. I can find it for you in just a mo. But you can see I'm using one little mini brush, and it will get me through this whole project. And you can reuse them too. Look, I'll just clean this off. I'll keep it with my Gamsol, like a piece of masking tape, stick it on the side, and I'll use this one kind of till it dies. And if it's got lots of color in it, just take some Gamsol and rub it on some kitchen towel, and it will pretty much clean up. Isn't this such a pretty rainbow? Use one of the fun be kind sayings. And the pigment, although it looks like it's all stained up, the pigment really doesn't stay on there that long. I mean, I was kind of concerned going into the green, the light green. It's fine. I'm just blending these two seams together. Oh, I love it. Who else loves this magic? Gamsol is odorless mineral spirits. I think Victoria just asked me. I looked up briefly when I was putting my tip in the Gamsol. It's an odorless mineral spirit for crafters, and it's completely pure. I think I just got a little leak. That's why pixie spray is nice, but it's all good. And we sell it in a little fun kit that comes with instructions and everything you need. And the micro brushes are just a little add-on if you, like me, can be challenged and stuff, and you just want it to be super smooth. So I'm really mixing that one just to make it really look like another color, because I wanted to add an extra pink shade in. This one's got a bit of yellow on it. Let me just, I haven't got time to clean it, so I'm going to a little bit of yellow contamination. Now, if you get contamination like that, just wait for the odorless mineral spirit to dry, and then I just go back in, re-add my color, reactivate it, and it will all be good. I know I've got a couple of boo-boos on this when I lift it up, but we're not going to worry about those today because we're live. So we're not redoing it, and we're not worried about them. And if there's too many major boo-boos, we're just going to cover it in gems or glitter or, I don't know, something fun. pretty much there. That's as good as we're going to get it quickly. Look how cool that looks. But the fun thing, oh, someone asked me about the Gamsol. Hang on. Gamsol. Here's your link. Oh, no, that's not your link. Oh, my command key's broken on my laptop. I need a new Mac. Someone petition Greg to buy me a new laptop, please. This one, the command key doesn't work. The other one, the thing doesn't. Wi-Fi doesn't work anymore. Okay. Ready? Look at that. Is this thing that's so pretty. Look at that. And so in places where, like here, it's a little bit harsher than I'd like it to be. Just gonna do that. So I'm not actually using the exact shade. I'm using a mid shade to go in between. And then I don't know where I put my doodad down. And I'll retake my Gamsol and just melt. And then now that blend is much better. I'm much happier with that. Yeah. And then I would mount that up with some black. We can quickly do that. So I'm going to have to take a little bit off of each side. There's my piece. Here's our score buddy. Oh, I love the rainbow hearts there, Heidi. So if this is the card you like, or you can tell me which one's your favorite from today, Heidi. And I'll send you one, and Alicia one. And I know lots of you on the live have had cards from us. You know, as you all know, I send them out. I don't sit here and hoard them. I send them out. Let's all petition Greg to get Alex a new Mac. Thanks. We just bought a laser cutter, so it's probably on the back burner a little bit, but. That's a whole nother live to show you that beast. Yep. Look at that. I love this. It's probably one of my favorite cards I've made in a long, long time. So cool. So much fun. Just amazing. Like here, it's a little bit strong. So just take your pencil down. And then here it's a little bit strong. And then you can take your Gamsol. That already starts to look better. That look better already. And you too, you can Gamsol it up. I don't seal my colored pencils because the only way that this is going to move is if it gets a solvent on it. So if it gets wet, nothing's really going to happen to it. They're oil-based, so they need a solvent like Gamsol to move. Where did I skip this one? Does that look? That looks better. That looks better. There we go. Love that. So much fun. Love it. All right. So that is our Pi Day crafting session. I really hope I get to go live tomorrow because it's our happy half birthday, and maybe I'll have a few extra surprises along the way. But this collection is exclusively on sale for the next 24 hours for 50% off the 3 stencils, the 1 mini simple sayings. So go ahead, grab it. I can't wait to send them out to you. They're already cut on my brand new laser cutter. They were the first thing I cut, so they're ready to go. So thanks for spending some of your Sunday with me. If you have any questions, you know how to get in touch with us. And I will see you all very, very soon, everyone. Thank you so much for a happy Sunday. I can't wait to see you. Join me very soon. I'll give some updates on Creativation Plus that's happening next week. Bye.